I'm stress-free because I've reprogrammed my mind, and I'm going to share with you now how you can use these techniques as well to reprogram your mind as well. People say that I'm stress-free and look much younger than I am. And the truth is I probably do, because I use these techniques in order to sustain and maintain myself with regard to aging, but also energy use, so I can be more effective. First, self-awareness. Begin by observing your current thought patterns. Self-analysis in the correct way is the way to go. You need to look at your belief patterns, right? Just because you believe a certain thing, you have to ask yourself, well, is this serving me? Is this actually going to bring me from A to B in a very beneficial manner? Is this going to aid my behavior in the longer term? If there's something that you believe, for example, a food that you eat, just because you ate it from childhood, just because the old science said that this was a very good food, is this going to actually help you in the future with regard to aging, with regard to your stress levels and so on? So self-awareness is truly important. And when I say self-awareness, then, and the food as an example, if you eat this food, say, every morning for breakfast, and you open the fridge, there it is right there on the shelf in front of you, and you snatch it. Be aware of when you open the fridge. Be aware of when you're about to snatch it that there's other things in the fridge. Be aware when you're going shopping that just because you go down to the third aisle and it's up 4 rows high and you just snatch it away from the shelf and pop it into your trolley, that there's other products around there that do similar things, in fact, better things without that key ingredient that's holding you back over the longer term. So self-awareness is about choosing to be present in that particular moment. That aids your thought patterns of what you can analyze then and go look at the ingredients of other products and say, look, these things are better for me. I don't know why I'm eating that older product and so on. Identifying areas where you feel stuck or where negative thoughts dominate around that. The morning time, for example, might be the worst time to take that particular product or ingest it. Same way when you're shopping. What are you doing when you're shopping? Who's around you? Another way is identifying negative patterns, like recognizing negative thought patterns. What are you thinking when you're going for that product? What are you thinking right when you go to the fridge? Are you over hungry? Are you just grabbing that product and does it fill you? And if it does, great. But then you need to get something else that fills you, that is in a healthier way for your whole stress patterns. Remember, our nervous system is going to be played with if we're eating the wrong foods, if we're getting the wrong amount of sleep, if we're sleeping the wrong time, all the basics, exercise and so on. So by identifying your negative thought patterns, that too is a basic. Not everybody is looking into that. Not everybody is checking themselves objectively about their thoughts. You can do it, and that's how you get ahead in life as well, with regard to all aspects of your life, your work, your relationships, your health and so on. Because these negative thought patterns holding you back, these can include self-doubt, self-criticism. You want to do something, but you're afraid of failure or feeling inadequate as well within that challenge or project you want to do. Another thing is challenging these negative thoughts. Become the beacon for yourself. Become the manager of yourself. There is nobody else that's going to truly do something for you that you want to attain in this world. You must do it. And that thought, that starts and begins with more so your thoughts towards that thing. If there's loads of things flying around in your mind, you have to grab one of them and challenge the negativities within that thought pattern towards the destructive behavior, or you maybe lacking the motivation to achieve that in tow as well. So when negative thoughts arise, question their validity. Start looking at things from a common sense point of view, from the point of view of the goal itself, and go, will this actually get me to where I'm going to go? If there is other things creeping in, external things, you have to question them and wonder, like, is this keeping me from ground zero where I started at point A more so to point B? Or is this just a distraction? So question your negative thoughts, and if you're putting those distractions in place yourself through your thinking process. On the other side of things, use positive affirmations. So you're feeding your mind and resetting it, recalibrating it with positivity. And positivity is not just a load of all like flowery thoughts and things that just make you feel good in the moment. if you can maintain that feeling, you're in a very good space throughout the day, throughout the next day, in the longer term. And that's where it becomes much easier to battle against these negative self-talk patterns that are already there. By using positive affirmations, you're not only counteracting it, but you're allowing yourself to repeat these positive statements. And that affirms your capabilities. Now, they need to be realistic too. You can't just say, I'm Superman, I'm going to fly all around the world. In reality, I ain't Superman at all. I can't just say, I'm a super professional athlete, I'm 19 years of age. That time is gone. Okay. So you have to be realistic with regard to what you're trying to achieve and know your self-worth and respect yourself as well. But ensure that the affirmations that you are setting out for yourself, they're really authentic to you. And when I say authentic, I'm not talking about after you use them like 5-10 years later. I'm talking about more so that they're realistic to you right now when you actually write them down and decide on a particular affirmation that you go, yeah, that makes sense. That's attainable. Like, so get rid of all distractions, all of the negative speaking. That's definitely attainable for me. I know where I'm at with certain things. And so, yeah, I can do that. So you have to set that out as well. Visualize. So we mentioned the feeling there a second ago. Visualization works with your brain so well. And the great thing is you're closing your eyes. You're setting the scene for yourself. So imagine yourself succeeding. That's the 3 words there that really stick out. Just imagine yourself succeeding means that you will, because if you continually see yourself succeeding, you see each and every action. You see how you look from not just your own perspective. In other words, you looking like you would normally every day, in that you see your feet in front of you, you see your hands when you put up your hands to your face, you see what's in front of you, but also from a 3D perspective, that you're objective and you could be like a camera mounted tripod or so, looking down on yourself. You can see your head or top of your bald spot or whatever else. You can see your arms dangling and your legs moving. You can see how other people react to you from an outer point of view. So see yourself in all different aspects of things. Think of camera work and how there's different angles in that way, and see yourself attaining this. Feel it. By feeling this, you're gratifying that confidence that should be there in the first place anyway, and you're achieving your objectives. This then rewires your brain, especially if, and more so, and the research says this, you're actively going out there and doing it, even if you're failing. But if you're doing it and you're seeing it then on times off from when you can't physically do certain things, then you're going to have that attainable, positive imagery in your mind. Practice more so gratitude. Be thankful for where you are right now. Now, okay, I know you might not have any money. You might be homeless and just staying on a friend's couch. You might have terrible things through no fault of your own that have put yourself in a specific situation enough to watch this video. I get it. We have been in similar situations for sure. However, it starts with you. So if you're thankful to be able to have a device to watch the video in the first place, that's a wonderful starting point. If you think of that, just the video device that you're looking at right now, forget about all the other things that you do not have, and you focus entirely only on what you have right now, the things that are feeding into your intellect right now, that are feeding into your imagination right now becomes the most powerful thing you have. And nothing else can get into that moment. You just duplicate those moments going ahead. And that can be aided via mindfulness and meditation, because if you engage in mindful practice and meditation, you become more present. That's where the moments begin to fold into the next moment, and it becomes your reality most of the time. That then in turn feeds into your subconscious. So whilst you're being mindful and meditating, you're beginning to become more aware of your thoughts. And then you can just pick out certain thoughts and go, not serving me. Don't want them. Get rid of them. Right? then you can just pick out one that helps you and focus on that. And you could put that into your affirmation, and that's going to help you in a conscious way and part of your life as well. These and the mindfulness into meditation can help you detach from negative thinking, and in turn you're promoting mental clarity. By even trying to do these things, you're doing the next thing, which is learning and growth. When I say growth, I'm talking about up here, you're growing your ability to have a toolbox full of wonderful things that are going to aid you, not just now in wherever you're at with certain things in life, but into your future as well. By learning and being open to learning, and I'm not talking about getting certificates and degrees, but even just techniques, things that we're talking about in this video over a couple of minutes, you're continuously seeking out new opportunities rather than problems. And that's aiding your personal growth throughout all different areas of your life. The knowledge, the skills then can boost your confidence and challenge that negative perception. So on one hand, you've got all those negative thoughts. On the other hand, you've got all these new skills. You can challenge them and crush them eventually. And other negative thoughts can be minimized by the next thing, by surrounding yourself instead with positivity and positive people. Start having conversations. Let this video just be a trigger to these new conversations. Challenge what I'm saying. Try to not just limit yourself with this video, but go further. Rather than limiting your exposure to negative people and just people that are around your locality, you're interested in what you're doing and happen to be in a club or something like that. It doesn't necessarily mean these are the most positive people to be around. You can get other people in other clubs in what you're interested in as well. You can hop on your bike and go a little bit further down the road to meet new positive people. So why limit yourself in an exposure to just the same consistent ring of negativity around you? Set realistic goals. Break down your larger goals into smaller, achievable chunks. That's where success lies. We're very close to everything you want to attain if you just break it down and manage it from that point of view. Love yourself. Have self-compassion and set out a time in the day or night, evening, where you can be very gratifying and show that gratitude towards yourself and not just others that have come along your path in a given day. Have kindness and understanding and develop it. These are the skills and traits that you learned as a youngster. Bring them back in. So a lot of what I'm saying you've learned already, but we're not putting it into practice. We've been distracted by other things, negative things. Bring the positive things in, and there's no room for anything else. Be as compassionate towards yourself as you would to the best friends and loving relationships. Next, limit negative inputs. And I mentioned negative people, but there's other negative inputs, like there's social media out there. There's also media out there that's not serving us, not doing a good thing for us. We can get the news headline, the factual piece, and then we can just shut off. We don't need to have all the other bits coming in as well and disrupting our thoughts. Take care of your physical health. I mentioned eating, diet, nutrition. What about exercise? What about putting mental well-being to the forefront of your daily activities? Sleeping properly, getting to bed on time, and getting the right amount of hours for you. And lastly, seek professional help if you need it. There's a few more, right? Right there, coming off the top of my head. Professionals are there to help us. I'm lending you my professional expertise momentarily in these videos. So why not take it for free? It's there. Nothing wrong with asking. If we ask in life, we shall receive. And you have just done through this video. So subscribe. If not, it's okay. I'm easy. Once you've watched it to this part, I'm pretty happy you'll help others and you help yourself too. So thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.